Chioma was shocked the moment she discovered that the fake kidnap she planned was now real. She knew something was wrong the moment the gun touched her cheek. It wasn't part of the plan. The kidnap was supposed to be fake, just a test, something silly she arranged with her cousin to scare her boyfriend, Tunde, and prove his love. But the men dragging her into the van were strangers. Their voices were rough, their hands were cruel, their eyes were empty. And when one of them slapped tape over her mouth, Chioma's heart dropped. This was not acting. The van drove for hours. No familiar streets, no stop, no laughter like they rehearsed, just silence and fear. Then one of the men answered his phone. Yes, we have her. The boyfriend paid extra, said keep her hidden till after his wedding. Chioma stopped breathing. Wedding? Her mind went blank. Tunde, her Tunde, the man who cried in her arms, the man who swore he would marry her next year, paid these men to erase her? They locked her in a dirty room. No windows, just darkness and mosquitoes humming like whispers. She cried quietly, hoping Tunde would call, beg, scream her name, but nobody came. Instead, she heard more. After Oga marries the senator's daughter, we release her far away, one man said. Another laughed, or maybe not. Chioma felt something break inside her. All those promises under the mango tree, all those nights planning their future, all lies. Her fake kidnap became real, and the man she loved was the one who made it happen. 3 days later, a young kidnapper slipped her water. He whispered, "You don't deserve this. Your boyfriend paid us, said you were disturbing his future." Chioma didn't scream. She didn't cry. She went quiet. Too quiet, because in that silence, revenge was born. That night, the boy secretly loosened her rope. He said, "Run." Chioma ran into the darkness without looking back. She didn't go home. She didn't call her family. She disappeared. For months, nobody saw Chioma. People said she was dead. Tunde even mourned her on social media while preparing for his wedding. 6 months later, the city was celebrating Tunde's marriage to a senator's daughter. Lights, cameras, music. But in the crowd, someone stood quietly in black, watching, waiting, smiling. Because Chioma was not dead, and the real revenge was just beginning. Chioma didn't die. She disappeared. For 6 months, she became someone else. New hair, new name, new life in another city. She walked quietly, saved money, and watched Tunde from a distance like a ghost he didn't know was breathing. Every night, she replayed his voice in her head. "Keep her hidden till after my wedding." She cried at first, I won't lie. She cried like someone mourning her own heart. But after the tears dried, revenge started growing. One evening, Chioma returned secretly to her old neighborhood. People were whispering. Tunde was engaged to Senator Okafor's daughter. Rich, beautiful, powerful. And Chioma suddenly understood everything. She was never the problem. She was just poor. But the real shock came when she visited her cousin, the one who helped plan the fake kidnap. The house was empty. Neighbors said the cousin moved away suddenly. No goodbye, no explanation. Chioma's chest tightened. Something was wrong. She started digging. Phone records, old messages, hidden numbers. And then she found it. Her cousin was paid by Tunde to make sure the fake kidnap became real. Chioma sat on the floor and laughed like someone losing her mind. The two people she trusted most sold her. That night, Chioma went to meet the young kidnapper who helped her escape. He was hiding, scared. He told her another secret. "You are not the first girl," he whispered. Chioma froze. There was another girl before her, another ex-girlfriend who disappeared after asking Tunde about money he stole from his company. Nobody ever saw her again. Chioma's chest tightened. Something was wrong. This was bigger than betrayal. This was evil. The wedding day came. Big hall, bright lights, cameras everywhere, rich people laughing like nothing in the world was broken. Tunde looked happy, too happy. As he held his bride's hand, he said, "I promise to love you forever." And suddenly, the lights went off. A video started playing. It showed Tunde begging kidnappers on the phone. "Keep her hidden. She must not come back." People gasped. His bride stepped back, and from the entrance, a woman in black walked in slowly. Chioma, alive. Tunde dropped the ring, but Chioma didn't shout. She smiled. Then she whispered, "That was just the first secret." The crowd went silent, because Chioma had something worse, something that could destroy him completely. And Tunde knew it. His face turned pale, because he knew she had found out about the other girl, the one who never came back. Outside, sirens started wailing, But Chioma walked away calmly because this revenge was not about one night. It was about the truth. And somewhere, someone was watching her from a black car. Someone who didn't want the past exposed. Someone connected to the missing girl. Someone more dangerous than Tunde. Chioma thought exposing Tunde would be enough. She was wrong. Because that night, after she left the wedding hall, a black car followed her quietly. At first she ignored it. Lagos traffic, normal things. But when the car followed her into a dark street, her heart started racing. The door opened, and a woman stepped out. Elegant, cold, powerful. Senator Okafor's daughter, Tunde's new wife. She looked at Chioma calmly and said, "You should have stayed dead." Chioma froze. The woman smiled slowly. "You think Tunde is the villain? He is just a puppet. You don't even know what you're playing with." Chioma's world tilted. The senator's daughter leaned closer. "That missing girl you're looking for, she was my cousin." Chioma's heart stopped. "She found out Tunde was stealing money from my father's company. She threatened to expose him. So I told Tunde what to do." Chioma stepped back. No. The woman's voice stayed calm. "Your kidnapping, your cousin, everything was arranged so you would disappear quietly." Chioma felt sick. Tunde didn't just betray her. He was protecting someone more powerful. That night, Chioma couldn't sleep. She realized something terrifying. If they could erase one girl and almost erase her, who else had they destroyed? So she went back to the young kidnapper. But when she reached his hiding place, police cars were there, an ambulance. The boy was dead, shot before he could talk. Chioma fell to her knees, shaking. Someone was cleaning evidence. Someone was hunting her. She ran home to pack her things. But inside her bag, she found an envelope. No name, no address. Inside was a photo. It showed Tunde, Senator Okafor's daughter, and Chioma's own cousin, all smiling together at a restaurant, weeks before the kidnapping. Chioma screamed. Her cousin didn't just take money. She planned everything. And then her phone rang. Unknown number. A weak voice whispered, "Chioma, it's me, Ada." Chioma dropped the phone. Ada, the missing girl, alive, crying. "Hurry, before they find me again." The call cut. Chioma's hands shook, because now she knew the truth. This wasn't just betrayal. This was a powerful family covering murders. And Chioma was the next target. She looked in the mirror, wiped her tears, and whispered, "If they want a war, they will get one." Outside her window, the same black car parked quietly, watching, waiting. And inside it, someone loaded a gun. The gunshot shattered the window before Chioma could talk. Glass exploded across the room. She dropped to the floor, heart pounding, breath shaking. Outside, the black car's engine roared. They weren't threatening her anymore. They were hunting her. Chioma crawled toward her bag, pulled out the small recorder she had hidden for weeks, and pressed play. Ada's voice filled the room. "I have proof. Bank transfers, recordings. If anything happens to me, release everything." Chioma closed her eyes. This wasn't just revenge anymore. This was survival. The next morning, the internet woke up to chaos. Anonymous emails were sent to every major blog, news station, and anti-corruption agency in the city. Audio recordings of Tunde begging kidnappers, bank statements linking Senator Okafor's company to illegal payments, photos of secret meetings, and one final file, a video confession from Ada. Bruised, crying, alive. "I was kidnapped because I found out the truth. They silenced me. If you're watching this, it means Chioma survived too." The city exploded. Police stormed Tunde's mansion before noon. His wife, the senator's daughter, tried to flee the country. She was arrested at the airport. Senator Okafor publicly denied everything, but the evidence was everywhere. That night, Chioma stood outside the hospital where Ada was finally safe. She felt lighter, but not happy, because revenge doesn't bring back the girl who almost died. It doesn't erase fear. It just balances the scale. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. She hesitated, then answered. A familiar voice laughed softly. Impressive. Chioma froze. It was Senator Okafor. Calm, untouched. "You destroyed my son-in-law and embarrassed my daughter. But do you really think I didn't prepare for this?" Her stomach tightened. "There are things you don't know, Chioma. Things about your own family." The line went quiet for a second. Then he said something that made her blood run cold.
Ask your mother why she once worked for me and what she did to earn her freedom." The call ended. Chioma stood there, shaking. Her mother? What did her mother have to do with this? Slowly, memories started replaying in her head. The fear in her mother's eyes whenever powerful men were mentioned. The sudden silence whenever she asked about her father. The rushed move to another city years ago. Chioma realized something terrifying. This war didn't start with her. It started long before she was born. And maybe she wasn't chosen randomly. Maybe she was targeted. Inside the hospital room, Ada whispered weakly, "Is it over?" Chioma looked at her, then at her phone, then at the dark sky outside. "No," she said softly. "It's just getting bigger." Far away, Senator Okafo sat in his office calm, watching the news. He smiled because the game wasn't finished, and now it was personal.